All right, so earlier today, President Trump talked about the success in Iran and the conflict there, and he vowed to finish the job, even though it's sending oil prices higher. And I got to tell you, I appreciate that, and I hope to hear more from him, especially throughout all of this, as the media is no friend and truly just feeds the ambitions, in my mind, of our foes whenever these kind of things happen. I want to bring in Martin Capital founder and CEO Rod Martin. And Rod, you know, the media has, sort of covered up what's been an amazing and it's superior precision campaign, from the beginning to up to this point. And listen, you hear commentators use buzzwords and phrases like our service members or the deaths are mounting, things like that. But now we're at this point where crude is surging, right? And it's sort of making it easier to dismiss this sort of thing as an ill-planned misadventure. So I just want to kind of get your thoughts about this part of the battle, the quagmire of the Strait of Hormuz.
Well, I just have to marvel. If you watch CNN or MSNBC, you would believe that the Iranians were about to take St. Louis and Kansas City. It's just absurd. Yeah. We have lost about 7 guys, which is, of course, a tragedy, but 7 guys? Are you kidding? You know, this is a pretty big war, and we have established absolute air dominance. They can't fly against us. Their air defenses are absolutely destroyed, which, by the way, puts a huge bite into the Russian and Chinese arms export industries. No one is going to want to buy stuff from those guys anymore. It doesn't work. It didn't work in Venezuela, doesn't work in Iran. We've sunk the Iranian Navy. We're to the point this morning where we're actually doing targeted drone strikes on individual secret police units in the streets of Tehran. We are actually not just decapitating the regime, we're picking off its fingers and toes. So where the rest of the media is failing here boggles the mind apart from their uniform political agenda.
So it all boils down, at least for markets right now, and the end game is on the strait. You know, what has to be done and how long will it take to get traffic going through there again?
Well, the Iranians can't project normal naval power because we've deprived them of that.
This is a guerrilla warfare.
What they can do, they can hit us with seaborne drones. That's a real thing. The Ukrainians have certainly done that very effectively. They can hit us with what's left of their missile capability, which is diminishing exceedingly rapidly. But what they can't do is defeat American defenses if we start escorting tankers through the strait. You're not going to be able to get that through past a U.S. destroyer. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to reduce and degrade their ability to carry out these attacks. These attacks are not going to last terribly long, and we're going to see the price of oil come back to a reasonable level, easily 30 days, certainly after that.
Regime change, I sense that it could be off the table at this point.
You know, I really don't think so. Okay. I think there's a really good shot at it. Reza Pahlavi was on X earlier today telling the Iranian people to stay in their homes, shelter in place, wait for the signal. We're going to tell you when to rise. I think they're waiting for those targeted drone strikes to work. I think they're trying to not just, as I said, not just take out the Iranian leadership, but actually take out their ability to control the streets. And once that's gone, I think the Iranian people are quite fed up with this. Iranian government data tells us that a majority of Iranians have now rejected any religion at all. Of 75,000 mosques, 50,000 have closed. The Iranian people seem to have decided to take the Ayatollah at his word that, in fact, Islam and the Islamic regime are synonymous, and they've rejected it.
Rod, I wish we had more time, but I really appreciate these conversations, and I'm really glad about this last question that you answered. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it.
A joy to see you.
See you soon.